Hello, friends.
Good morning.
We have plants coming out of our ears, and what we have to do today is get them all planted.
So by plants, he means our seedlings. So we have been growing these little seedlings for 4 months now, I think.
Yep.
And they are clearly ready to go in the ground. So a couple of weeks ago, you guys saw us separate all of our foxgloves and bump them up into larger containers. And they are huge now. It's crazy to think just in a couple of weeks how much bigger they have gotten.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of things to get in the ground here. We've got, I think, 5 varieties of foxglove. So we've got Dalmatian peach, Camelot lavender, Camelot cream, pink gin, and Pam's choice. We have some castor bean plants.
Tyler gave a few to my mom, and I know it's Mother's Day weekend, but that is not okay with me.
I offered them up, and Brian was like, wait! And I was like, you don't need all of these. Like, let's share the love. So we have castor bean plants that will get, I think, 6 to 10 feet tall.
We'll see. We've never grown castor beans before. This was an adventure that I went on because I think they're so unique and cool. We don't know how big they're going to grow in our climate here. I've seen them probably about 5 feet tall, so we'll see.
Pick one up and show off the roots because it's a little scary.
The roots are crazy. Look at that, guys. Like, these things are going to go crazy in the ground.
What?
Yes.
So we have 5 of those, I think.
Yep.
We've got 24 blue grama grasses,
yep.
Which you can see back here. They are looking really nice.
Yes.
And then we also have some geraniums that we're going to pop around in some containers, I think.
Yeah.
But we're going to get going because we've got a lot of plants to get in the ground.
Yeah, we'll show you where they end up when we are done.
So I almost forgot to mention, we also have some begonias that I'm growing, but they are just not quite ready yet. And I don't know if I'll do begonias again. Last year, they were really beautiful, but they just take so much longer to get to bloom stage from seed. So we're going to leave them in their little grow cells today and see how they are in a couple of weeks. But other than that, everything is going in the ground today. So let's get started. So we are going to start with foxgloves out here at the new picket fence garden. But before we do that, Brian has gotten a head start and planted a few things out here already.
Yeah, so yesterday I had a little bit of time, so I transplanted our French vanilla summerific hibiscus. You guys have probably seen this in a video before, but it'll get slightly darker leaves and really, really beautiful white, sort of pale yellow, large disc hibiscus flowers. And we love this. We thought it was going to be perfect for this beautiful picket fence garden. And on the other side, we did a little bit more.
Okay, so on the other side, Brian has gotten quite a few things planted, actually.
Yes, so a few of our North Pole arborvitaes were ready to be transplanted. We had 2 of them in a container on our deck, and they weren't getting quite enough water. And honestly, they were like exceeding the height of our roof line. So it was time to get those in the ground. So we popped those out here. And then we had a few behind the Japanese maple that we transplanted that were ready to get out of the ground so the Japanese maple could really have its moment. And so we built a screen here basically with them by alternating them in different areas. So there's one far back and one in the front a little bit. And by creating that dimension, you help create that screen. We're trying to hide the trash cans, which I know we're gonna build a box around to make them look super nice. But for now, we wanna make sure that we hide them for our neighbor and sort of install this beautiful little garden here.
And they'll probably just touch once they get full size in a few years, I would think, right?
Yes, I think so. For now, obviously, they haven't grown in well. You can see the ones that weren't getting quite enough water on the deck are a little lighter green color than the ones that were in the ground, but they'll all recover and probably get really bulky here in the next few months. I also planted a viburnum here from First Editions, and then a really gorgeous French cabaret hibiscus. That's like a slightly pale purple color. And then forget what this one's called.
This one is Standing Ovation Serviceberry, which will get like, I think 10 to 15 feet tall. So it will kind of be like a nice cap before we continue down the fence with some other things. But you'll notice this is kind of bumped out right here.
Yep.
And we have sort of a little weird jut out from our fence right there. So we're trying to block that for our neighbor as well.
Yeah.
And there used to be a big giant holly tree here, as well as a couple of ligustrum trees that I think just seeded themselves there.
Yeah.
So trying to fill in this space with some beautiful new things
Yeah,
for
and
our neighbor.
this is an odd spot because from the street kind of goes like all the way from left to right, and you can see like far back. But our neighbor views this from this angle. So Tyler, if you want to walk over here and sort of show this from that angle, but we also want to make sure that she doesn't have to look at this corner in a way that's not softened by plants and trees. And so creating this garden here is going to really help with that.
Okay, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming and plant some seedlings.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna start up here with our pink Jen Foxgloves. Now, if you watched our video a couple weeks ago where we separated these, the pink Jen are a biennial variety, so they will not bloom until next year. So this year we're only gonna get foliage, but that's okay because the second years will get really, really tall. I think these will probably top out like here at the fence. So we're gonna plant, I think there are 9. We're just gonna put all of them right here and let it be a big, beautiful clump. And you'll kind of see them over the fence as you're driving by, which I think will be really cool. So here we go. So I miscounted and we actually had 12. So we planted them all right here, and we planted them pretty close because one, we want to have room to plant a lot of stuff up here, but we really want them to be a very large, impactful clump. So these will all touch, at least their foliage will, and then next year we'll get some beautiful pink blooms. But while we're up here, I think I'm gonna go grab some of the blue grandma grasses and we're gonna plant them right here next to the foxgloves.
Okay, so we've got our pink Jen Foxgloves and our blue grama grass in the picket fence garden, and I think this is gonna be so pretty. It's 2 nice little clumps, and the blue grama grass is really gonna blow in the wind. It gets these gorgeous little blooms on the end of it, so I think it's gonna be really, really nice right here. Now we're gonna move over to the other side of the front yard into the oak tree garden and plant our Pam's Choice Foxgloves over there.
So if you watched our seedling video a couple weeks ago, you may remember that I said I have some foxgloves that I grew last year that I just planted a few weeks ago. Well, here they are. And we've got one little bloom, which is just hilarious because Pam's Choice gets really, really big, and this is what you get when you don't plant them properly. This is another second-year bloomer. So we're just gonna kind of beef this little drift up. You can see there's a couple through there. We're just gonna add what we have in here, and then next year, this is going to be insane with foxgloves. Here we go. All right, so we got the Pam's Choice in the ground, and we completely forgot that we were supposed to plant more blue grama grass on the other side of the picket fence. So we're gonna go do that now before we head to the backyard.
All right, so we also had our castor bean plants that we got in the ground over here on the fence. They are gonna be a really dark red, and they actually put off these really interesting red blooms. So right here against this black fence, I think they're gonna be really wild and sort of exciting in the front, just like we had planned. But a little bit of a bonus, we also have a tomato going in here. And we saw on one of S&K Greenhouse's videos where they were walking around one of his friend's gardens, and he actually had a tomato, a cherry tomato planted along a fence line, just as like a little extra. You get to walk out there and you get to harvest those tomatoes and eat them and take them inside as a snack. So we got a sun gold tomato. These are cherry tomatoes. They're supposed to be super, super sweet. And you guys know we don't have vegetables anywhere else in the garden. So this one's gonna be a really fun little experiment for us. Okay, so if you guys haven't planted tomatoes before, I know it seems like the hole that I dug was really, really deep here, but what you wanna do when you're planting tomatoes is actually take off the stems that are at the very bottom. You can do that without damaging the plant. And I'm actually even gonna take off this one that's on the side. And we're actually gonna take this out of the container and we're gonna go all the way down and we're gonna plant the stem way deeper than the actual plant is so that it's extra strong for us. So the plant is actually gonna put out roots everywhere that is underneath the soil. So you don't need to worry about damaging the plant or anything like that. It's gonna put out those extra roots so that it can hold the ground a lot more than it would if you just planted it high up, and then it's gonna flop over. So if you plant it deeper, it'll put out those extra roots to grab the ground, and then it'll be a stronger plant.
Oh my gosh, it feels so nice to see life up here. I can't wait to see all of this fill in. I think that is it for the picket fence today in terms of our little seedlings. So now we're gonna head to the backyard and plant some more. Okay, so in the backyard, we've got a lot of foxgloves left. So I think we're gonna take the rest of our Pam's Choice and pop them up sort of behind the blue spruce and the spirea.
Okay, so we have all of our seedlings in the ground. We saved a few white geraniums to go in a container that we're gonna plant later. And then I think that's it, right?
There's a few foxglove left. We tried to plant as many foxglove as we could in the cottage garden.
Yeah.
But we kind of like stopped ourselves and said, okay, we need to leave room for something else. So what we did, because I know you can't see because they're not in bloom right now, so behind us, we planted a drift of 10 of the Camelot lavender, which I think will be really cool to have just all one color and kind of a mass planting.
Yeah.
And then down in the cottage bed, we planted a mix of Camelot cream and Dalmatian peach. So we'll have a mixture of white and peach colored blooms, which I think will be pretty.
Yeah.
And then we popped the rest of the Pam's Choice in the shed bed back here near the spirea. We put 3 blue gramagrass in the Union Garden, and then we put some bullseye salmon geranium in a new container on the patio, which I think is going to be really, really pretty.
Yep, and we can't forget my castor beans.
Oh yeah, those are going to be cool.
Yes. Anyway, we hope this has inspired you guys to grow some seedlings of your own next year, start some stuff, save some money, explore, sort of go on an adventure with trying new things. We think it's amazing and so much fun.
So we will take a little bit of a break for seedlings right now, but we do have plans to grow viola seedlings again later this summer. So stay tuned for that. July 4th is kind of like my marker for starting viola seeds, which sounds very early when you're thinking of planting fall seedlings, but it takes them so long to get to a bloom stage that right after July 4th is when we usually order all of our seeds and pot them up and get them going on their way. So we'll, of course, show you all of that later on in the season, but hope you enjoyed seeing our spring seedlings that we planted today.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one.
See ya.